Hello and welcome to a bit of an impromptu Facebook Live this evening. As the title suggests, I'm going to be talking to you tonight about ways you can get unstuck when you're feeling stuck with your business. And if you're an entrepreneur, then you are probably all too familiar with that feeling of being stuck. So before I get started, I'm going to check that I'm live, and then I'm just going to share this into my Facebook group Business Class. Let's see, are we there? There we are. Okay, so just share that across to, hopefully this will give a few people time to hop on live as well, which is always a bit more fun. So share this to the group, Business Class, and oops, stuck. Okay. Just sharing that over. Okay, so I apologise in advance if you see me glancing over here all the time. This is where my laptop is, and it's also where my notes are. I have quite a lot to say this evening, but all helpful stuff, I hope. So that feeling of being stuck, it's one we all feel, and my goodness, it's so frustrating. You know, when you're just first starting out, you get stuck trying to work out what business idea to go with. Then you have to work out who your ideal clients are. You have to work out your niche. Sorting out a website, for goodness sake, don't even get me started on that. How to build an audience, how to get yourself out there, how to actually make sales and start making money. They are all big areas where you can so easily feel stuck. And that feeling of feeling stuck is such a dangerous one, because it can be so easy to give up. It can be so easy to look at everyone else and think, well, they don't look stuck. If I'm stuck, then, you know, there must be something wrong. I must be a failure at this. Maybe I ought to give up and try something else. Or perhaps I'll never get there because no one else gets stuck. I'm stuck at this, but other people seem to have managed it. And all those kind of really sort of destructive thoughts and feelings could go on and cause more damage than whatever it is that you're stuck with in the first place. So in today's live, I just wanted to go through a few ways that first of all, a few ways that you might be feeling stuck, and then what you can do about those. So let's start out. The first, generally speaking, if you are feeling stuck in your business, it will be down to 3 or 4 different key reasons. So those are the ones I want to kind of cover this evening. So the first one is, the first thing you should do when you are feeling stuck is work out what is the root cause. Why are you feeling stuck? Because it can be all too easy to just kind of have that overall frustrated feeling that something's not working, something's not going right, you're not getting the results that you want, but never actually dig a bit deeper and work out what's actually causing that. It could just be kind of like this overall feeling of blur, and you just kind of plow on feeling blur and either eventually give up or just kind of keep on feeling more and more rubbish and making less and less progress and not really getting anywhere. So most important thing is, if you are feeling stuck in your business right now, identify what it is that is making you feel stuck, what it is that's not working, and that you need to fix so that you can start to move forward again. So that's the first key thing that you need to do. So now I'm going to have a look at some of those key reasons why people do tend to feel stuck. So the first one could be that you're not actually clear on your business purpose. And by that, that kind of encompasses what your business is there to do, who your business is there to serve, and why. So what change is your business going to bring about for these people? Now, if you're not clear on those 3 things, then it will almost definitely lead to a feeling of being stuck. Because without that kind of key focus of what you're there to do and who you're there to help and the reason you're there to help them, then, you know, of course you feel stuck because you don't really know what you're there for. So if you're watching this and kind of thinking, yeah, actually, I'm not too clear on those 3 questions, then spend some time really kind of examining that for you and your own business. And if perhaps you think you are clear on that, but you're still feeling stuck, then ask yourself, is it because those things don't make you excited? Perhaps it's that you're not actually passionate about those things. So answer the questions. What is your business there to do? Who is it there to serve, and why? What change are you going to bring about for them? And then that 4th question, is this something that excites me? Is this something that I feel passionate about? And if your answer is no, if you can't answer yes to all of those questions, then probably that's why you're feeling stuck, and that's something that you need to kind of dig into and really kind of get a better understanding of. So spend some time trying to get answers to those questions and trying to find something that is going to excite you and that is going to make you feel kind of passionate to kind of wake up and get started every day. So that's one key reason why you may be feeling stuck and what you can do about it. Another reason why you may be feeling stuck is that you may be struggling to get your message across. Hey, Samantha. You may be struggling to get your message across. So perhaps you do know who you're there, you know what you're there to do, you know who you're there to serve, you know what change you're going to bring about. So you've got this message that you're all fired up and raring to go with, but you're struggling to get it out there. You know, you're not getting any views back to your website, you're not getting the followers on social media, you're not getting comments on your posts. And that can feel so frustrating, and that can definitely lead you to feeling like you're stuck. You can have this kind of, what do I need to do to get my message out there because no one seems to be listening? So if that's ringing true with you, then I've got a few tips to help you get going. So one of them is to be focused. So especially when you're just starting out, you can be full of passion and have that strong message that you want to get out there. But you can be kind of so excited that you kind of spread it too thin and you kind of splurge it everywhere. Sounds a bit wrong, but anyway. So many times I see people who are kind of like, they're on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, on YouTube, they're blogging, and they're just trying to be everywhere at once. And it's really difficult to get any momentum going if you're spreading yourself that thin. So get some focus. Focus on one channel at a time and really kind of drive your message home in that one channel. Find where your audience are and drive your message home there, and just focus on there until you start to see that momentum building and you start to see your message having its impact, and then you can kind of move on to those other areas and start to spread out and kind of and increase your reach to other channels. So stay focused. Another tip is to provide value. So you can't just go out there and kind of like tell people. You have to tell them why they should listen to you. You have to show them why they should bother showing up and like checking out your content, whether it be blog posts or videos or podcasts or social media posts. Why should they bother paying any attention to you? You need to give them value. You need to give them information that is going to be useful for them, that's going to be interesting to them, that's going to excite them. So make sure that you're spending time creating that value for your audience. That's going to build trust. It's going to build kind of credibility. It's going to set you up as someone that they should be listening to. And in turn, of course, that will then start to get your message out there. And then thirdly, be patient. So especially again when you're just starting out and you're full of that passion and excitement, you want to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in 2 seconds, and it just doesn't work like that, despite all those kind of flashy Facebook ads that are out there all everywhere telling you that you can make 6 and 7 figures in a month or whatever it may be. For 99.9% of us, that just isn't the case. And you have to be patient. You will get your message out there. You will start to build your visibility. You will start to grow your audience, but it takes time. So one step at a time, one day at a time, keep going at it, keep that passion going, and you will start to see results. So that is point number 2 that could be making you feel stuck and what you can do about it. Number 3, which may be making you feel a bit stuck, is if you're not making any money. So of course, at the end of the day, if you've set up a business, certainly one of the reasons you've done it will be to make some money and to actually earn a living. So if you're struggling to do that, that can definitely lead to you feeling stuck and feeling frustrated, and sort of not knowing what to do next. It could be that you are slogging your guts out, and you're just not making any money. And that, that's not a nice feeling at all. So here's what you can do about it. First of all, ask yourself this question: are you actually selling? Now, this seems like a bit of a silly question, frankly, but seriously, are you selling? And the reason I ask this is it can be so easy to get caught up in providing that free content, that free value, in getting your message out there, in building your audience, building your followers, getting your Facebook likes and all that stuff, that actually you forget to sell. And it happens. So ask are you selling? Okay, you've got this product and service. What is it that you're selling, and how are you getting that over to your audience? How are you telling them about the value that will bring to them? And if you're not doing that, then that's probably where you're getting stuck. And if you are doing it, then really look at how you're expressing the value of what you're selling. Are you expressing to them not just the kind of practicalities and features that you're selling? Are you really getting across to them the benefits, so the actual change that what you're selling is going to bring about for them, the results that they'll see? Because that's where you start to have the impact. So have a look at that. That could be an area that needs further examination in your business. Secondly, if you are selling, do you believe it? Do you believe in what you're selling? If you don't, do you 100% believe that what you are selling is going to have this change for your customers, is going to help them? Do you 100% believe that what you're selling is way past the value that you're selling it at? Because if you don't, there is no way that you are going to convince anyone else that it is. So you need to believe it first. So if you've got doubts there, if you're feeling kind of slightly awkward about it and you're not sure, you're not 100% convinced in what you're selling and the value of it, then that could be an area that you need to kind of dig deeper and have a look at in order to get unstuck. And then thirdly, is what you're selling something that your audience actually wants? So this is another common one. We can think that we know what our audience wants, but we don't necessarily know. You can think you know what they need, but just because they need it doesn't mean they necessarily want it. And if they don't want it, they're not going to buy it. So make sure that you are checking with your audience what they want. And if you have this great idea for something that you know they need, check that they want it first before you put all the effort in, because if they don't, it's going to be one hard slog to actually sell it to them. So make sure that you are checking, speaking to your audience, asking them what they want, and then providing them with that. And then my last area where you may be feeling stuck is perhaps you just don't know where to start. Perhaps you are just in complete overwhelm right now. You have set up your business. There is information everywhere online. Perhaps you've subscribed to people here, there and everywhere. You've signed up to courses, you're reading blog posts, you're downloading ebooks. There is so much information out there. It can be very easy to get overwhelmed by it, and even with all that information, still have absolutely no clue where you're supposed to start and what you're supposed to do next to actually get your business moving forward. So if that is you, then stop. Stop with all the content, stop with the overwhelm, take a step back and start to actually simplify a little bit. Okay, so sorry, just scrolling through my notes here. you need to step back. You need to kind of reconnect with what it was that excited you and what it was that inspired you to set up this business in the first place. What is it you want to achieve? And then just set a simple goal. It could just be for the next 6 months. It could just be for the next month. One thing that you want to achieve that is going to take you towards that purpose that you started your business for. It might be getting your website sorted. It might be getting your first customer. It might be booking a discovery call. Whatever it may be, whatever's appropriate for your business, just set yourself that simple goal, that break down how you're going to achieve that goal. Give yourself some timelines and some specific deadlines to work to, and then just do it. Because if you don't know where to start, the most important thing isn't where to start, it's just that you do start. Because at the end of the day, you will make mistakes, you'll make wrong decisions, you'll do things that you'll look back on and think, how on earth did I do something so stupid? But that's how you learn, that's how you move forward. Hey, Catherine! And if you don't start, if you spend your whole time in that kind of overwhelming, too much information, what should I do? I don't know. You'll never actually move forward. So just start, make a decision, go for it. If it's the wrong decision, fine, learn from it, move on, and you're still making progress. So get your plan together. Once you've got your plan, check, is there anything that is going to put your plan at risk? Perhaps you've got some knowledge gaps that you need to fill. Perhaps time is a problem for you. If you're still in your 9 to 5, work out how you're going to get around that and how you're going to manage your time and make sure that you're fitting everything in. So identify those risks and come up with a plan to overcome them. And then give yourself a support network. And this is so important, because when you're setting up a business, when it's just you, it is lonely, and it's very difficult to find people who kind of really get it and really understand what you're going through. So find some kind of support network. Yes, hopefully your friends and family are supportive. Mine are. But sometimes that isn't enough. Sometimes you need people who are actually going through that same journey with you, so that you can kind of chat about those frustrations. You can chat about what you're struggling with people who are kind of there saying, yes, that's normal. I feel that too. I've been there too. It's so important. So find a support network. That might be that you join a community, you join an online business community. It might be that you get a mentor. It might be that you get a coach. It might be that you get an accountability buddy, or you join a mastermind. Whatever is going to work best for you, just make sure that you have that support, that you have someone there to bounce ideas off, to have a bit of a moan to if you're having a rubbish day, who's going to then give you some tough love and get you back to it again. All of that kind of stuff is so important and will definitely help you feel less stuck. So I hope that's helped. If you are feeling stuck and you would like more help, then there are just a few hours left to get yourself one of my power hours, where we'll sit down together via Skype or Zoom, and we will hash out a plan. We will get to the bottom of whatever it is that you're feeling stuck with, and we will create a plan that feels good for you. I'm not talking about some kind of one size fits all thing here, because that's not how it works in business. You need to have something that is going to feel comfortable for you, for the way you work, for your personality, for your business. So we will come up with a plan. We will spend an hour creating that plan so that you can take it away and feel less stuck. So if that's something that you think would be helpful, I will leave a link in the comments below where you can sign yourself up for a mere £75, which is actually half the price of my normal coaching sessions. So that offer expires at midnight tonight. So quick, take advantage of it now. I would love to chat with you. I would love to help you get to the bottom of why you're feeling stuck. And with that, I shall bid you a good evening, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and rest of your week, and I shall see you soon.